Now.
Go ahead.
So what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Count the Cost podcast. It's Dondreá Brown, the financial coach, CEO of 1428 Financial Wellness, here to help you take control and focus on your family, your finances, and your future. So I had to do it. He's making a funny face, but I'm bringing him in anyway. My brother, my support, my business partner, Mr. Real Will. You want to introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. What's up, everyone? It's Real Will Baker, man. William Baker. I work with Dondreá on the videography side, but he's helping me, develop myself as a brand, which is Real Will, which is a podcast, which is motivational speaking and life coaching that he's helping me with. So yeah, that's who I am, from Columbus, Ohio. Married, 2 children.
So Mr. William here, he has brought so much to my business from the videography lane. He has his own business, Innate Vision. I'll make sure to leave information so that you can go visit his Instagram and his soon-to-be developed website.
Yes.
So after Corona, make sure you connect with him. He does some amazing video work. You can go to my website, www.1428fw.com. The first thing you're going to see is his work. We have a video on the landing page that a lot of people is giving a lot of comments about, saying is motivating for them, and it allows them to see that I'm more than just a financial coach, as we'll be talking about some of those things as well. But one of the things I want to jump into, because I don't want to continue to spend time introducing myself, is to talk about the stimulus package that everybody is planning to receive, or not because not everyone is going to receive the stimulus package. In order to figure out if you qualify, you have to, one, be educated. Educate yourself. Go to the IRS.gov site to see if you're eligible. There are a lot of different things. Even today, I was hearing from somebody that there's more information coming out. So after this podcast, I'm going to go over to the IRS website to read up on it. But if you qualify and you know you are getting your stimulus package, for some people, the stimulus package that is coming from the coronavirus is either going to add income to your pocket, or is going to be your only income, right? So I want to spend a couple minutes talking about when you receive extra money or your only money, what do you do with it? So Baker, like, again, we keep it real here.
Yes.
So what are some you have for your stimulus?
Man, for real, like, once I receive it, I'm thinking about, one, paying some bills, like not no debt, but bills, trying to get ahead just in case, the virus continue, longer than what they are expecting. So my idea with my mom, I don't know what my wife gonna do with hers, but mine's, I'm gonna pretty much, pay some rent, pay some bills, and make sure I'm good in that area.
Yeah, so most importantly, he mentioned something that's extremely important, right? Trying to get yourself ahead. What I do in 1428 is I help people create a plan for their money. I tell people all the time, if you don't speak for your money, something or someone else will. And you can do that with a financial planner or any online apps or tools. I know a lot of people still like to write things down. So before you get your stimulus package, or even while you have it, make sure you develop a plan. Right? What are some of the expenses that you have to pay? And then put in your income and see how those things shake out. If you have more expenses than income, then you may have to make some adjustments or changes. But what are some other things you're going to do? Let's say you pay some of your bills, you got a little extra money left over. What are some of the things that you're going to do with your stimulus?
Man, for real, probably reinvest my side change. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle. Reinvest my side change. And what I mean by that is reinvest that money. Probably buy, some stock that's $20 here or there on Red Robin or Robinhood, or, invest in some more, equipment for my videography or my podcast, or, take care of some things for my life coaching and motivational speaking brand. So yeah, those are the things that I'm thinking about. Other than buying my children some stuff, probably. I don't know. Yeah, but that's where I'm at.
Yeah, so that investment piece is important. There's a lot of stories about the stock market. Do I invest? Should I not invest? So I tell people this about investing, especially if you're a beginner and you're learning how to invest. If you're learning how to invest, throw a couple dollars into the stock market. If you can afford to put about $200 into the stock market so that you can learn how stocks are working, then do that, right? The best teacher sometimes is experience. So you want to be able to say, okay, what are some stocks that I think is manageable? I tell everyone one of the most stable stocks, and I've been watching it every single day, is Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is a very stable stock. So you want to put about 80% of your money into something like Coca-Cola. So if you got $200, 80% of that, you throw into Coca-Cola. The other percentage you want to think about, what are some of the things that you typically buy, right? Is it a Starbucks? For me, and I'll share this with everyone, one of the things I'm doing is I'm looking at some airlines, and my goal is to put the money into some of the airlines, because if you think about it, people are going to go after Corona and get on airplanes, right? They're going to fly. So keep those things in mind. So Will mentioned something important about investing. I see you got a Nope shirt on representing
Wow.
1428. Tell us about this Nope shirt.
Man, listen, Nope, man. I got this from Dondre's website. And Nope, you know what I mean? Like when I feel like, to be honest, I struggle with no. Definitely when it comes down to food, you know what I mean? Like I love to eat. So Nope itself, you know, would help me, you know, to try to rethink my decision before I make it. So if I look at this camera, for instance, right? When I was buying my equipment for my videography, so the laptop, I was talking to Dondre about it. And he was like, you know, no to the first deal. Say nope. Like you might not have to say no totally, but if somebody offer you like, listen, this laptop is $800 something, don't go for the first one. So I'm telling them like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna wait. I'm a price match. So nope actually helps me to be able to price match when I go to Best Buy and go on Amazon, and I don't have to buy the first thing I see. You know, I can take time and relax and say no to it because I might not have the money. I might have the money, but then, you know, emergencies might come up. So I have to count the costs in every single area of my life before I purchase something. So that note, actually, nope, I'm not buying it. It's really helping me. So, yeah.
Yeah, and that's dope because again, I have a line of clothing to really help and remind people of some of the financial things that they want to do. Sometimes it's hard to say no. That's why sometimes you got to say no. That shirt comes in handy, and you can get it from my website, my 1428 store at 1428.com/shop. So if you're ever interested in that, you can go and do it. But back to the stimulus thing, there are three essential things that you can do with your stimulus money. First and foremost, save, right? You got your plan. Figure out how you can save if that's possible for you. How much money can you just put away for emergencies, right? Because right now you're living in an emergency. So when you get your stimulus check, you should still keep that understanding of like, okay, what can I put away for an emergency? Who knows if the coronavirus is going to continue next month? Who knows if you're going to get your check next month, right? Another check. So what can you save for rainy days, right? Then the next piece is expenditures. What are necessary things that you need to spend your money on? Think about those things. You know, there are certain utilities, certain bills, but I challenge people to do this as well. Because of the coronavirus right now, there are certain companies that is willing to give you a little less as far as like paying your rent. So I know there are some rental places, especially if you receive federal subsidies, right? So if you are in low income housing, you can actually pay up to about 40% less in rent during a coronavirus. There are also phone companies that you can call, and those phone companies will say, we are willing to either waive any late fees or decrease your monthly payment, as well as credit card companies. So I just got an email from Huntington today saying that for my business account, they are waiving all late fees. So if there was a situation where I received a late fee, they would waive that. So pay attention to all the things that Corona is going to allow you to do. Free classes, invest in yourself, right? You're not only investing in the stock market, but you want to invest in yourself. What is something you can do to enhance a skill or enhance something that you're doing? So Will, he wanted to enhance his motivational speaking as well as his podcast business. So what he did was he invested in his podcast equipment. He's going to be doing a video soon where he can help other people invest. So look out for his video, because some of you are probably thinking like, man, I really want a podcast at this time. So remember, plan, save, invest. Plan, save, invest, right? You plan for what you want to do with your money, make sure that you're saving, and then invest in yourself as well as the stock market during these corona times.
Mhm.
So that's all we have for today. As always, thank you, Will, for coming out.
Yes, thank you, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, sharing some of your knowledge and wisdom and being honest, right? Finances is not always easy. There's a lot of fear in finances. That's why our goal is to help you focus on your finances. So
Mm.
before we end, I know I just came out with some online classes. Tell me a little bit about those from your experience.
Man, whew, they're powerful, right? Because everything Dondre taught, from building a plan to financial freedom to balling on the budget, that's my favorite, right? In this class, and I believe that's like the last lesson. You have to buy this thing, right? Think If It is awesome, right? One, it's a website where it helps you develop courses. So Dondre took advantage of that, and I was just so proud and encouraged to be right next to him as he began to build these courses. And I look forward to his tutorial on YouTube soon on how to build it to help me and help others.
Mhm.
So, but but Count the Cost Academy, My Money and Me Academy, um, has so much information. Everything Dondre talks about. There go my son, guys. So come on, get over here. Everything Dondre talks about, on a daily basis through his Instagram, Facebook, all the information that he gives out, man, he breaks down everything in more details
Mhm.
with videos, with PowerPoints. So you can take notes, you can pause, take notes. It's a life assets, or not life assets, but you got access for life, right? Like
Yep.
once you buy the course. So you got it, if you forgot something, then you can always go back to refresh your mind. So yeah.
Yeah, so when you get, again, thank you, Will, for giving a quick description about those workshops. You can invest in your education by going to my website, or even the links that, if you go to his IG page, he'll have some links for you. Either
Yes.
way, get access to this education. It's here for you. You don't want to sit in these corona times and then after leave the same way financially, right? It's
Yes.
time for you to invest in your education and then do something about it. So with that being said, I'll end this video and end this podcast by saying we really want you to do well in all things that you do, especially your family, your finances, and your future. Peace.
Peace. Let's see. You stop.